I'm going to try so hard to do a video as often as possible. I hope the sound is okay because I have an earpiece in. My dryer's going and I didn't want you guys to hear that. And I'm hoping that it sounds better on my videos, and we shall see. One piece of news, if you want to call it that I would like to share with you is I had my Jackery, of course, as you know, and I plugged in the heating blanket, and I think I had it on high. I don't even know. I can't remember if it even had, you know, the dial like a heating pad does. I can't remember. But I think I had it on high. Well, come to think of it, there was, and I did. Because I had it on low, I couldn't feel nothing. Then I went at medium, still nothing. And it was working, the light was on and everything. And then I was asking a group about it. It was a group of women who do the SUV and car camping. And they said, put another blanket over it because then it maintains the heat. And that kind of didn't make sense. But I did, and I waited a good 20 minutes, still couldn't feel heat. I don't know if there's a flaw with the heating blanket or what, but one woman said she sleeps with a heating pad and all night. And then she said when she wakes up, there's still 50% on her Jackery. So while I was working, I stuck my heating pad in because I still use it for my hip that I had surgery on. And I think it was 10:15 when I plugged it in, and it was 97% on the Jackery to start. And I left it on until 5 when I got off of work. And then I think I took a shower and stuff. It was 7 before I turned it off, 7 or 8. And I still have like 70% left. I can't see it from here. And I'm like, yes, I found my heat for this winter to sleep with. I'm going to see if I can get those hand warmers that you heat up, and or see if my little power box will handle a smaller heating pad, so I can put my head on it. We shall see, of course. The 23rd is the day that I'm still moving out. When I get done editing this video, I'm not going to mess around. And I really shouldn't do this, but I have to. I don't have a choice. But I need to get up and start kind of putting things together, as in packing and cleaning and such. Because on the 22nd, actually the 21st is when I get paid and I can get boxes. And then it's all on at that time. The 22nd, I scheduled off for work and I'm packing. I'm a-packing. My daughter's going to help me then at that time to help me pack on the 22nd. And I have a bunch of coworkers that are going to come and help me load everything. And it should go fast then because all these coworkers are men. I can't go up and down stairs like that, and they know it, and so they volunteered to help. And I feel so thankful. So thankful. I'm kind of getting excited about doing this. I have from the get-go. And as I mentioned in one of my other videos, I don't even know how I decided to do this. I do know I was watching YouTube and it was like camping your car video, and it was just like almost like a week straight, they just kept popping up. And I was sitting there thinking, okay, is this a message? And then when I had surgery, it really hit me. It was that I need to get in the car so I can afford all of these bills coming in. And as I've stated before, I have 2, possibly 3 more surgeries on my other limbs. Well, my hip isn't a limb, but my left shoulder's next, my right hip is next, and I'm hoping my next Achilles does not go bad. And I say that because my left Achilles after surgery, it's been like 3 years now, it still causes me pain. So I don't know if it didn't work or if I hurt it and damaged it during the healing process. I don't know. But maybe we'll see. Maybe in the future I can have an MRI on it and see. But other than that, I have plans. I have sat and thought about things and watching these videos still and seeing what else I can do to stay warm. And on the 21st, I'm ordering a Sub-Zero sleeping bag. I have a down comforter that I'm going to put on the outside of that because I'll be in the sleeping bag. And then I'm going to have a foam mattress to lay on. And there was something else. Oh, I have one more blanket. Not that one. I'm giving that one to my daughter. She's taking my queen mattresses. But this one is the one I sleep with on the couch. And it's so soft. I really like it. It's so soft. I got it from Marshall's or maybe Home Goods. I think it was Home Goods. That's when I worked there and had a discount. I actually still have the discount. I also thought in the near future, very near future, that I would get a smaller and cheaper Jackery to heat a second heating thing. If the hand warmers work in my pillow, where I'm going to lay my head, that would help quite a bit. And as I mentioned before, also, I will be showering and laundry. I'll be indoors doing that. Eating at restaurants while I edit videos and so on. I will have that warmth also. The only time I hope to ever be in my car is sleeping to stay warm. And if you guys really think about it too, in the winter, every single day of winter is not always freezing. You do have a good day every now and then. Well, it depends on where you live too. But those days I know I'm going to love. I've also decided for sure, I've been marinating on the idea of getting a SUV, and that will probably happen in 2 or 3 months. And I've decided that I am going to get one for sure. I want to get the 2024 Nissan Rogue. I looked at it. I was going to try to get a Toyota SUV, but I did not like the body style so much. But I Googled what are the best SUVs in 2024 to buy, and that came up, and I looked at it. Oh, it's beautiful. I really like it. So in 2 or 3 months, I will be getting a SUV. My life, as I've told you so many times before, is so boring. And that's another thing that I feel that once I get in my car, every day is going to be different, and I will take you with me. I had my coworker friend, Lanita. I hope she's watching because she watches my videos. And she got me this for Christmas. And I don't know if you can see the name, and it's going to be backwards. 1,000 Wishes. And the lotion to go with it. This smells so good. I cannot stop spraying myself with it. It smells good. If you get a chance, I think she got it at the place that everybody's addicted to with these things. I'm sure you know, but I can't think of the name. Bath and Body Works, I think it is. I love it. And when I opened it up, I smelled it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm putting the lotion on now. She's such a dear friend of mine, and I'm not just saying that because she might be watching, but she really is. She's such a good person inside and out. When I started my job, I was sitting close to her, but I heard her voice, and she might have been singing. I can't remember. But I looked over at her, and I just had this overwhelming feeling that woman over there is going to be my friend. We had a connection, and something told me also not to approach her or say, hey, you want to be my friend. And I don't know how it started, but how overwhelming feeling that she will approach me. But I can't remember how that happened. If that happened, I don't know if I got closer to her than she did me at the time. I don't know. But yes, I do believe without a doubt that she was incarnated with me at some point, and I feel that she was a witch of some sort. I don't know. I told her I would marinate on it. Sometimes I get that information immediately, like my youngest daughter was incarnated with me as a witch. And in that lifetime, she was pissed. And I think she carried that anger over in this lifetime. because she's just mad at me for nothing, and I'm not lying. I still don't know what's going on. She hadn't spoke to me in 2 years. Makes me sad, but I have to say, every day when I think about it, that is her path, not mine. I can't force her, to talk to me and say, hey, what you're doing is wrong. You need to talk to me. But she's an adult too, so you really can't do that anymore. But for her to be forced back in my life is wrong. And I have to let her take her path, because you learn when you're on your own, doing your own thing. And just so you know, that's how life works. You can never force yourself. Even if you're married, come on. Even if you're married, and let's just say your spouse is cheating on you, you can't force them to stop. That's their path. They choose to do that. They choose to ruin your marriage. They choose to do wrong things to hurt you, and they know that it hurts you. But that's their path, and that is your path by letting it hurt you. I hope that makes sense. I hope it did, because everybody's got their own individual path in life. We pick it and we choose it, but on earth, we're learning lessons. So you have to stop and think, okay, this is my path right now. I can go cheat with this guy over here, although I'm in a marriage and I know it's going to hurt my husband, but I'm going to do it anyway. Well, that is the lesson to be learned. Is this right or is this wrong? And if it's right, then you pass that lesson and you go on to the next one. But through your whole life, there's lessons after lessons. But the outcome of it is the solution. What did you do? Did you do the good thing or the bad thing? And if you did a bunch of bad things, or even one bad thing, and you don't forgive yourself and you don't forgive the situation, you have to incarnate again, go through the exact same lifetime, go through all of the mistakes that were done to you, all the mistakes that you did. You have to learn those lessons and come out ahead. And you can't sit here and say, okay, I forgive myself for doing all these bad things on that day. And then you didn't mean it. And, it's just like, I don't care. I'm just going to say it. No, that's not the way it works. I actually had done a few bad things, and they still creep up on me. And I really don't want to talk about it because I would get really upset. But I purge. I literally purge. When these things come into my mind that I've done that were hurtful, they still hurt me. I've asked for forgiveness, and I do mean that from my heart. I have asked for forgiveness, and I still cry. 2 days ago, I was thinking about this situation, and I bawled and still asked for forgiveness. Those things were something I'd done that were wrong. And at that time, I just didn't realize how wrong it was, because I didn't know I was a starseed or a light worker. I was just a stupid human, talking only about myself when I say that. The stupid human doing all these things and not really caring and knowing, no, we can't do that. If I knew then what I know now, my life would have been different. Totally different. So yeah, you have to forgive for yourself and what you've done to others, just so you know. You actually have to mean it. I mean, not everybody is like me, but when I'm going through the forgiveness part and realizing the things that I've done, I literally cry. And it hurts my heart, it really does. And speaking of crying, the last few times that this had happened to me, I do call it purging. Purging the pain and the sorrow and the wrongdoing and dealing with it. Crying and that emotion is a release. But I've noticed the last couple of times that I cried over this situation, I barely had any tears. And that's really weird. Because usually when I cried over something, I would just be flowing. But for some reason now, it's very minimal. And I don't understand. It's very strange to me. Just saying. I really hope you don't hear my dryer, because I have a pair of sweats in there that has a metal tip, and it clinks every now and then. Just looking outside and the trees looks so sad. I know that they go through this process their entire lives, the trees, of the leaves dying and such, but I just love the green trees. I love the greenery everywhere. It just makes me happy to see that everything is vibrant and alive. I also, about living in my car, have thought about these things that I need to do in the process of what I need to get and such. I go through this process of saying, okay, I need to get this and this and this and this and this. And on this month, I'm starting to save my money. I'm starting to buy land or the RV, the kind that the camper, let me just say the camper. One of those, and then park it on a cheap lot and then save money for land and put it on it. I don't know. I can't sit here. I am not a good process thinker. Let's just say that. To sit here and think of what do I need to do first, I need to write it all down. And maybe it won't happen the way I plan it either. Does land come first or the RV come first? Or do I need to get the land and build the small home? I don't know. It puzzles me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my star family. Yes, we all come from different stars. But I do think, actually, now that I threw that out there, I do think that there are many humans that only incarnate on Earth. And those are the low vibrational beings until they get up, like I was talking about, do their lessons right. Then they start going to other planets. I feel that that's the process. I feel like that's a part of information that is given to me that I know is true and accurate, but I don't know where I'm getting it from. But I do feel it's a cycle process. Certain entities live on certain planets, and then as they raise their vibrations and do better things, then when they reincarnate again, they go into a different planet. And I feel that each planet has its own vibrational frequency. Wow, I think all that was channeled. That whole topic right there was channeled. Because when I paused, I was like, and the frequency came out. But anyway, yeah, that's how I feel that things are. Also, I have mentioned before too, if you're an entity on Earth or a lower vibrational planet and you do bad things like unaliving people, you will remain a soul for a very long time and watch other bad souls, well, they're humans, or the living entity, they'll be watching those entities that are living go around doing bad things as punishment. And then at some point they reincarnate again, and hopefully they'll do their life a much better process. I think that was channeled. I think all this was channeled. Sorry. The only time that I pause and think, oh wow, I think that was channeled, because I talk about things that I am unsure about, and I know that, oh, maybe I'm just guessing, you know. But when information comes out that I'm like educating of something I'm not sure of, but it's all flowing out, and I pause because I don't know what's coming next, that's channeling. That's how I channel. Not everybody channels that way. But anyway, I'm going to get off here now. I'm going to end this video, and I love you guys tremendously, and I'm going to send each and every one of you love, light, and peace. Bye.